Good day, classmates. I am Juvena Colbia, and in this video, we will continue discussing print communication materials. Now that we have discussed reports, we will now explore how to write a technical report and abstract. But first, we have to know what technical writing is. According to Gerson and Gerson, it is a form of communication focused on products and services, how to manufacture, market, manage, deliver, and use them. In that case, technical writing is really centered on a process and or product, which is instrumental in making a material useful to the reader because every reader has an intention in accessing a product. But how can technical reports be useful for our readers? First, as emphasized earlier, technical reports describe a process or a product. Typically, in the development communication sector, we write about projects or services, and we use technical writing to instruct or report information to different stakeholders. Second, technical reports convey expert and detailed information such as procedures, conduct of service, or even rationalization of the process itself. Or connected to the previous bullet, it can also detail the output or result of the process. There is always an end objective, and we can see that technical communication is focused on process or product. With that being said, technical reports can, and should I say must, recommend actionable steps in order to be functional. Technical reports are often instructional not only for simple step-by-step processes, but also for decision making. By the end, it must also help fulfill a process, satisfying the very intention of the reader to access the material. Now that we know what a technical report is for, we should also know how to write a technical report. As writer and communication practitioners, we already know the writing basics and we already familiar with these qualities of writing. But for technical writing, it takes much more precision, taking a reader through a process. First, all information in the report must be correct to ensure that they fulfill their intended purpose. And that also means the report must be complete so that no significant part gets neglected. Next, it must also be concise. I have to emphasize this since most people think that technical reports are information centered, so it must be long, but it does not have to be. Making your report concise will help your readers save time and do their intended action. If you dump more information, a reader might just get lost in the process and get disinterested, skipping sections instead of reading the whole report. Conciseness in the end also aids clarity. Your report must be coherent and logical to make your reader fulfill their purpose. Without clarity, technical reports will be useless or lead your reader towards a different conclusion from what you intend. All these four qualities must work together to ensure that your technical report is successful. Now that we know how to write a technical report, let's go over some common parts of a technical report. Similar to a general one, technical reports start with a cover page and often include an abstract or executive summary, which we will discuss later on. We also include a table of contents that clearly outlines the reports by topic sections so that readers can follow through relatively long reports and identify where to look for a specific one. Following these preliminary sections, we start with the introduction or review, just a short introduction and rationale of the report. We then continue the report with discussion sections, which often follow the input, process, and output formula, owing to the process nature of technical communication. We start with the background information of the process or product, then discuss the approach we are using with it. We then discuss, or in some cases, project the results of the process or product. By the end, we conclude the report with recommendations so that the reader can fulfill their intention. We can also add needed appendices such as, log frame, theory of change, projections, and more technical information that are needed in development communication. Of course, with any material, please, please, please do not forget to list all of your references. And here are some examples of technical reports we get to encounter in DevCom. First, needs assessment report for research building, policy or program report for proposing to implement a product or process, monitoring and evaluation reports for reporting the progress of your product and processes, similar to progress reports, but much more technical with KPIs and all of that. These are just some of the examples of technical reports we use in DevCom, especially since DevCom intersects with different disciplines like health and agriculture and more. Now let's go over abstracts. According to Roscoe, abstracts are brief but informative summaries that are often placed at the beginning of the report. These are sometimes called executive summaries and are typically used by readers to identify whether a technical report fulfills their intention so that it must be properly written. Abstract typically include the main topic, rationale, overview of its contents, and recommendations for the product or process. Similar to our report, it must also be clear, accurate, brief, and include all important information. Here is an example of an abstract where you can see all the parts effectively summarizing under nutrition and also showcasing and highlighting the report's objectives and recommendations. We also have scientific abstracts used for research, which typically includes study significance, problem, objectives, methodology, findings, conclusions, and recommendations. Now that we know the know-how in technical reports and abstracts, let's go over some best practices in technical communication, especially for writing technical reports. First, focus on the reader. When we think about technical reports, we tend to think about the data, not the reader. To write a successful report, the reader must fulfill their intention with the material. That's the number one goal. We need to know who the readers are and what they want to do, what they need to succeed, we need to fulfill their intention, right? From their level of understanding, may that be they are writing from a perspective of a project manager, decision maker, general grant funder, or maybe even a simple employee or volunteer. Reader's perspective is the key to successful writing. Next, start with an outline to define your report structure. To make your report organized at the very start, you may start with your outline according to your objectives. It is very important that you outline all of your topics. Is it your goal to present your program or report only the project results so far? There are many more objectives that you can use with your report, but with the proper outline, you will know what information to include, like background, approach, results, and more. Next, use a top-down approach to organize your information, starting from the most relevant. Sequence sections and information in a logical progress-based order to help readers see the progress from input to output, from top level to bottom level, or even the development from problem to solution. Next, present information in a clear and concise manner. Being detailed does not mean you have to present many sentences and information. Present information that is only needed, nothing more, nothing less. Use lists as needed to further clarify your information. Next, break text to improve readability. While technical reports are undeniably detailed, it will be harder to read if there is no room to breathe, like me right now. Use relevant charts needed and also utilize images if the situation is apt to further visualize the information you are present. Next, evaluate if your technical report is effective. Does the abstract accurately summarize all the important details? Does your technical report answer the reader's possible questions? And that's how you write a great technical report. Remember, technical writing, just like development communication, is purposive. Put your focus on the reader and the other best practices will follow. With that being said, I have some discussion questions for you. First, what type of technical report will you be able to use or are already using in your line of work? How is it useful? Second, do you go often by abstracts in your line of work and how they are useful for you? And that's it for now. I hope you get to widen your technical writing knowledge with this report. For more information on technical communication, please refer to these textbooks that we have used in our class in technical writing. Thank you and see you next time.